Hi Iron Horse families, thank you so much for tuning in to this video. Today we are going to talk about boundaries. Again, we're coming back to school, many of us, for the first time in about 18 months. And so we need to understand what personal boundaries are and the best way to go about protecting those personal boundaries. Not just our own, but for everyone around us. There's several types of boundaries, and I'm going to touch on those, and then I'm going to talk about tips in order to engage in those boundaries successfully. So the first type of boundary is a physical boundary, physical space that we have between ourselves and others. The next one is intellectual boundaries. We have, our ideas and the ability to share those ideas. We have to do those in a manner that is safe and supportive for everyone. This is a place of learning, so folks have different perspectives. This should be a place where we are able to share those safely. Next one is emotionally. During this time, over the last year and a half, again, we've been going through so many different things. Folks have dealt with the pandemic and being away from school and being isolated from friends and family in so many different ways. Us as adults are dealing with those similar types of feelings. And so we have to understand who we are, be able to come to an understanding of how we are feeling emotionally. Next one is material boundaries, protecting our stuff. We all want to make sure that our stuff is safe, and so we have a collective responsibility to do that. And then time. Time is precious, it's limited, and so when we're here on campus, let's make sure that we're using our time wisely. So here are some tips on how to help all of us keep healthy boundaries in the different areas that I talked about earlier. So the first one is knowing your limits, knowing who you are, understanding who you are, things that you can tolerate and things that you can't. The second one is know your values. You have a set of values that your families have established, and you're bringing those with you to school. Part of having a safe and strong learning community is understanding that others have different values, and we need to respect those. We need to learn what those are. So again, everyone can be safe. We need to listen to our emotions. Our emotions hit us in so many different ways. Sometimes we tense up. Sometimes we have that fight, flight, or freeze type of sense. And sometimes our emotions aren't that extreme, but we face stress and all those different types of things in different ways. So coming into tune with how we're feeling emotionally is really important, and then understanding how we communicate that to others so that they can respond appropriately. Having self-respect is another important way to keep healthy boundaries. So knowing who you are, being strong and confident in yourself. And that's part of what we do at school is we help you. We understand that the middle school years are that time of development, learning, and growing. And so having self-respect for who you are is really important. And then have respect for others. Again, we all are coming from different perspectives and have different experiences, and we need to know that, and we need to understand that. We need to respect what others are feeling, how comfortable they are with us entering their space, and all those different things. So just remember that everyone's different when it comes to that. Be assertive. When there are things that don't make you feel comfortable, make sure you communicate that. Communicate that directly to the person. If there's an interaction that you're not enjoying, make sure that you communicate that. But if you don't, step away, communicate it to a trusted adult here on campus or someone at home. And then, just finally, I just want to close and say, this is a learning process. We understand it. And when you come on campus, students, we're going to do the best that we can to support you, communicate what the standards are and what the expectations, and teach you what it means to be a Jaguar here on the campus of Iron Horse Middle School. So thank you all for taking the time again to tune into this video. See you soon.